There's Lady from Sanson from
Can you imagine?
Cumbria. She's wearing a Sanson with a Sanson dress.
Anyway, we're going to be taking those live pictures as the show goes on. And by the way, at 11:30, we're going to opt out because that's the key moment where the guests are arriving and the build-up in the church is starting. So we'll be throwing live over to that.
And with the helicopter on standby?
On standby, yeah, we're very excited.
Have you an overnight bag ready?
No, they're having a lemon and elderflower cake with fresh flowers, apparently. So if that's good enough for the royals, it's definitely good enough for us. And Shane Smith is the man to pull it all together.
Now,
good morning, Shane.
Good morning.
You stretched this out into 3 different segments. I mean, it's only a cake.
Yeah.
So this is a big deal.
That was like taking a bullet there.
This is a big deal.
Do you want me to give them a drink for you?
I know, I say it with love, but this is a big deal.
No, exactly, and a huge honour for anyone, I think, to make the actual royal cake. So I love the flavours as well. It's nice, it's light. It's a
very
bit
elegant flavours, aren't they?
I think the William and Kate's was like a 7-tiered, and they had mostly fruit cake. So they're kind of steering away from that.
It surprised me that they haven't gone for different cake. You know,
they may have, as in all that we know from the bakery in England that's making it is that it's elderflower and lemon. There could be more.
There will be, of course there will be.
It'll not just be a 3-tier buttercream cake just thrown together. I'm sure it'll be a little bit more elegant than that.
Well,
anyways, we get this going. There'll be sparklers. Wait, I've got a flamethrower for the end here.
Oh, there you go.
So this recipe is going to make 3 sponges. Okay, so it's all the same flavour. So if you're making this again for, it doesn't have to be a wedding cake, it can be a special occasion cake, you know.
Birthday, communion, christening,
exactly,
whatever.
Yeah, it's a really nice one. Now, elderflower. Cup final, exactly.
Final
cake, yeah.
Elderflower. Now, this is elderflower cordial. I absolutely love it. It's beautiful.
I don't know. Elderflower cordial.
Yes.
Do you make the elderflower cordial or do you buy it? Please say you buy it.
No, you can make it. I make it because...
Of course you do.
But you don't have to. You can
make the jar
Is it okay that I buy it?
I fired this as well, all this. No, absolutely. Now, be careful if you're buying it, because elderflower sometimes comes in like a sparkling form. So it's like almost like a sparkling drink that way. Where the cordial is what you're looking for. This is where the intense flavour is. Yes. But absolutely buy it. You can get it. Otherwise, you're messing with citric acid and soaking the... So yeah, it gets a little bit...
complicated.
Exactly. You want to leave it as easy as possible. So what we're doing here now with this cake is it's almost like a drizzle cake, a lemon drizzle. We're going to be soaking it after it's done. So you're not worried too much about having the lightest sponge in the world, because we're going to be soaking it with the liquid afterwards. So what we're doing in here, we just have unsalted butter, and we're just going to add in our eggs.
Any sugar in there?
There is sugar as well, just for a bit of sweetness. And then we have the zest of the lemon. And when you're zesting the lemon, don't go too far down. If you go past that nice yellow and into the white, that's where it gets bitter. Yeah. And then you're left with a bitter taste.
Don't over-zest it.
Don't over-zest it. Go light on the zesting.
Chefs, when they're zesting, and they'll do a scrape, and then check.
Turn.
Okay,
they'll
before they let
make sure
it go.
Not getting into the white. Because if it goes into the white, you've spoiled it, haven't you?
Well, that's it. It does. Not so much in a cake, it's a bit of a bolder flavour, but if you're making something a little bit lighter, the bitterness definitely does come through. So the eggs in here, what we're adding in is some plain flour and some baking powder. That's what's going to give it the rise.
Okay.
And what we have on here at the moment is our soaking liquid. So this is water, sugar. We're going to add in some of our elderflower cordial and some fresh lemon juice. You need the freshness in there. That's what you want for...
It'd be lovely and light, Shane, by the sound of it.
Even, exactly. If you don't want to soak it, if you just want to go to a plain lemon cake, it's fine. You don't need to soak it afterwards, and you will have a lighter sponge.
Are you going to flavour the buttercream as well, or is it just
buttercream? No, I keep the buttercream plain. A little bit of vanilla. If you start playing with the buttercream, you're going to lose the flavour of the elderflower.
From the other flavours,
yeah, exactly.
don't you? Okay.
Gorgeous.
So what we have in here then, we've creamed our butter, our sugar. We've added in our eggs. Now add the eggs in gradually, as you've seen there. If you add the eggs in all in one bang, what's going to happen is you're going to split the mix, and then it's going to actually be quite heavy.
Okay.
So we're just
this
going
is just plain flour.
Plain flour, a little bit of baking powder in here. Now we just throw it all in.
We'll put all the ingredients up on the website and on the Facebook page as well, because there's a bit involved, isn't there, Shane?
And if you can get it all over the side of the mixer as well, that'd be ideal.
Yeah,
that's part of
that's
part of dinner. Just going to clean that off a little.
This is live TV.
So what we're doing here now is we mix it. Don't over mix it at this point, because your sponge is going to be heavy. So we're going to stop mixing it there. Okay. We have our cake tin here. Now I always give it a little rub with butter, just to stop the cake from sticking. We have a little sheet of paper that goes on the bottom. Yes, exactly. You're showing off now.
Don't ask me to spell it. I know what it is.
A little bit more butter there. I'm just going to give it a light dusting with flour.
Okay.
All the way around. And then again, this just stops it
What
from...
size is that cake tin, Shane?
This one here is an 8-inch.
8-inch, okay.
Yeah.
And are you doing 3 different sizes?
3 different sizes, yeah.
Okay.
So we got...
So that would make me nervous now, because would that affect cooking time?
do you know what? If you were going with like a 6, an 8 and a 12, yeah, but these ones are quite close, as in
okay.
size. So, yeah, you do have to obviously take the smaller one out, maybe 10 minutes
So
before.
stagger them.
Yeah, but once it's been in the oven for about an hour, don't be afraid to open the oven and have a little look in there and check it with there. It's the initial, I suppose, half an hour or so that I'll just spin this in, that you put the cake in. You don't want to be opening the oven too much because that's where the cake will fall down. Exactly.
So how long are you going to cook it for and at what temp, Shane?
This one here, we're going low and slow, so about 160, 165, depending on the oven that you have. And you're going to be cooking this one for about, I'd say about an hour.
Okay.
When you have them all in together.
Okay.
So that goes into the oven. Pop that in. And I'd say next we have the cordial. So we just heat that up with the sugar, some elderflower. You do that to your own, I suppose, spec as well on how much you like.
flavour then for your
Exactly.
soaking.
So what you're doing then is you're literally taking that over and you're pouring that. So
right onto the sponge.
right onto it. So when that comes out of the oven, you don't want to pour it on straight away. You want to let it sit for about 5 minutes because if you pour the warm mix onto this, it'll kind of go doughy in the middle and you're going to end up like having that raw kind of a texture.
Spiky thing?
Absolutely. If you want to leave it
through.
for about maybe 5 minutes or so, get your knife. Obviously, the lemon zest as well. That
And
was
what's the
going
next
into the
segment?
we're going to be splitting this, decorating it and stacking it up then.
The excitement is building as
So
well as the
we've a
cake.
couple of hits throughout the morning to see how you're getting on, Shane.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you, Shane.
No problem at all.
Stay with us for more royal wedding madness, including a taste of the wines the guests will actually be swigging later. Yes.
Swigging. I'm sure they'll be swigging.
Yeah.
And we'll see how I get on with the royal fans when I went to Windsor. Stay with us.
Come on, United.